Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. It feels so good to say that. But in the last episode, we actually started Wave 3, and we acquired Masha as our new hero, and also did a couple challenge battles. The Gauntlet, which I kind of struggled a little bit, not gonna lie. But we are now here to do her Ascension quests, because I actually went ahead and just used some Nopon coins. I had enough to bring her up to Mio's rank to rank 10 with her. So we have her Ascension quest now available, and I don't really know what to expect from Masha. Like, as of right now, she seems, I guess, like our typical posh woman, but I'm sure there's gonna be more to her than that. They're probably gonna delve more into like her crafting thing, or like why she likes to make jewels or whatnot, or I get that feeling since she's so posh, we're probably gonna learn her background too. I'm almost 100% sure she's super influential in this world. Like, no one dressed like that is an ordinary person, you know what I mean? So, we'll see. I don't know what to expect. I really hope that her Ascension quest is a little bit long, though, because I really don't have any other content to play after this, other than maybe just, I don't know, look around for some, I don't know, stuff. Like maybe discussions. I don't know if I have any discussions left, but yeah, hoping it's long, hoping I'll like her. I wish we have more than just these two Ascension quests with everyone, but what can you do? Okay. 10. What is that information over there? Just in case, I should probably read it. That portrait that's hanging up on the medical facility wall. It was painted by a renowned artist now, wasn't it? It was. It's a wonderful little piece, as long as you turn a blind eye to the subject of the portrait, that is. Oh. That doesn't sound quite nice. Painting on display. Something to talk about. Okay. Now, let's just go ahead and do Masha's quest then. If I could just get to the little area. Alright. What about Masha are we gonna learn this time?
There you are, Mash.
Looking for moi? Maz, how have you been? We've been scouring high and low for you. Yes. Lovely to see you too. You have some business to discuss?
Whoa. Pull the other one, Mash. It's got bells on it.
So cold, Mazzy. Ice cold. Don't pretend you don't know what we're talking about.
Feel free to enlighten us.
My fair lady ordered matching accessories. Quite a while ago, too. It's getting silly now.
Uh-oh. Unsatisfied customers is never a good thing.
And I recall we paid a pretty penny up front, too. Don't want to rush
you,
Maz,
completely up front, too. Come on, Mash. What's up?
Oh! Yes, of course. Oh, of course, I hadn't forgotten. I was literally just pinning down the final touches on the design. I'm on the cusp of beginning production.
Oh, you were you? Well, I'm glad to hear it, Mash. Phew! I was sweating buckets there. Thought the whole thing had slipped your mind.
Yeah, right. You know, I'm sure... Masha, you're not a very good actor. Anyone could have picked up on the awkwardness in your voice.
That would be tragic.
Right.
Seems Tessa doesn't believe her.
My
they don't believe her.
Apologies. It did, in fact, utterly escape me.
Figured.
Figures.
Okay, yeah, they didn't fall for that.
But Maz, you're so chuffing brilliant at what you do. It's just such a crying shame that you're like this, you know?
Damn, straight up with the burn.
Oh, how it pains me to know it.
Hey, at least you remembered now. We're still on board, by the way. Long as you give us a discount for the trouble.
We're looking forward to the finished products. Ta-ta!
Well, I've put my foot in it again. Perhaps I ought to hire a clerk.
What is the deal with those guys?
They're soldiers, those two. Illustrious members of the Lost Numbers. Not to mention my clients. Previously, I received a commission from them for a pair of matching accessories, but clearly my mind was otherwise occupied.
We've got nothing else better to do than stick our noses into everyone else's business, so don't worry, we're gonna help.
Letting my clients wait any longer than this is going to
That's
tarnish
true,
my
though.
reputation.
I feel like, how can you
I'll
let
have to
something like that
expedite
slip your
my
mind?
work.
Knowing that you have to do a commission for someone? That should always be on your mind, right? Normally?
Should we help?
What? Are you quite sure?
We'd be pretty crappy friends if we just left you in the lurch now, innit?
In it.
Well, I'm incredibly grateful for the offer. I shall have to be sure to compensate you appropriately when the order is completed.
Will we need to leave the city again to gather materials?
No, before any of that, we will need to prioritize information gathering.
Information? What kind? And why?
Even the most basic accessory necessitates a great deal of thought. One must consider its shape, application, presentation. But above all else, it is imperative to pin down the nature of the individual to whom it will ultimately belong.
How do you mean, nature?
We must learn more about Jake and Tessa, find out what makes them tick. Only then will we discern the accessories they desire. That is how I do things, and that is where we must begin.
All right, then.
Sounds like a really
Sounds about fair.
roundabout way to do things. Why not just ask them yourself?
Only a third-rate charlatan would consider such a thing. The true creme de la creme must fulfill their clients' orders without uttering even a word.
But you don't have much time.
Which
Kinda
is
sounds a
why
bit
I'm
different,
very
or is that just
grateful
me?
for your assistance.
We may have our work cut out for us.
I suppose we should start by asking people who are close to those two.
That's the way indeed. Then let's begin our inquiries. We must talk to Jake and Tessa's compeers in the Lost Numbers and find all we can about them.
All right. Now we're starting the hero quest for the sake of keepsakes.
Good to add more names.
Jake and Tessa, yeah? They seemed a bit wishy-washy, if I'm honest.
Well,
Wow,
let's see.
Uni.
Their actions will surely speak for themselves.
Yeah, I guess. They're just focused on getting their thing
I see
right
some
away.
relations have changed.
All right, let's talk to the first person. They're down here. Let's see, LN Compier B. What kind of name is that? You want to know about Jake and Tessa? Yeah, I gotcha. They're kind of celebrities among us Lost Numbers. Oh, really? All right. Oh, there's everyone. All right, let's test if I can make the same voices as everyone from this main cast from like 3 months ago. They don't talk. Oh, they don't like to talk about this too loudly. But you know how Jake's basically houseless, right? Houseless? Ah, yes. Certain circles bandy that term about to describe one who cannot trace their descent to any of these established lineages. I guess that's the voice we're going with. That's unfortunate, but people in that position often find themselves pushed to the fringes of our society. Jake got bullied relentlessly as a kid. Poor guy could never catch a break. But Tessa, who's the same age as Jake, would always look after him and make sure he was okay. Darker Jake's mood got, the brighter, more cheerful she'd act around him. In fact, it's probably thanks to her that Jake started to lighten up. Now he's, well, as you know him. Wow, that wasn't the kind of story I was expecting. You never think it was from the way he acts. Yeah, well, it can get on your nerves sometimes, but you can't deny it's kind of an inspiring story. They've earned our respect. It's not every day you get to see a story of true love unfold, eh? Gosh, bullying? Damn. No wonder they ended up getting hinched in the end, I suppose. Okay. Very interesting. Second person we're talking to. This way. Compier C. Back in the day, Tessa once found herself caught between Kavesi and Agnian troops during a mission. It was a big one. Phronesis and all. The platoon had a tough call to make, calling a retreat, but they had to leave Tessa behind. But Jake refused the order. Let me guess. He went in to rescue her all by himself. That's right. Fire from both nations fell all around them like rain, while he ran in with all the breath in his lungs. Everyone thought they were good as dead, but no, Jake picked up the wounded Tessa and did the impossible, getting her home. He ended up taking more hits than her, went up bloody from head to toe. Not a pretty sight. But he didn't mind. He was just content that he didn't have to lose Tessa. I wish I had half that guy's courage. Aww. No wonder these rings are gonna mean so much to them. Okay, last person. Pier A. Tessa's from House Rhodes. They try not to have anything to do with the Vandoms and the Doyles if they can. Personality-wise, though, Tessa's more of a Vandom. She's always wanted to bring the fight to Mobius. Naturally, her parents didn't look too kindly on her wanting to be a soldier. They were this close to disowning her one time. Sheesh. That's when Jake stepped in. He convinced Tessa's folks to let her join the Lost Numbers, under the condition he'd sign up to protect her. If it was gonna be so hard on Tessa, wouldn't it make more sense for Jake to try and talk her out of it as well? I mean, that's what she wanted to do, though. Well, you put it like that. But then there'd be no one left on Tessa's side at all. Maybe it sounds cliched, but Jake will always have Tessa's back, even if it means the whole world's against them. Talk about passionate, eh? Cute, but also dangerous.
Sounds like
Okay.
That should be information enough for now. Shall we reconvene?
Sounds good.
Yeah, okay. Where are we heading? Jake and Tessa, where are they? Okay, I'm here at City Camp, and we're here to discuss Jake and Tessa.
Where should I start?
Well, this wasn't what I was expecting.
I know. I figured they'd be a couple of quirky jokers.
Really? They didn't come off to me like that at all.
Sounds like they've had it rough.
Indeed. They appear so ostentatious and fickle, one could be quick to dismiss them as mindless followers. But the truth
Did they
is
give off that
they
impression
are
to you
loyal
guys?
soldiers
Not to
both,
me, though.
and they care deeply for each other. In which case, I'd be inclined to substitute an eye-catching design for something altogether more somber. The accessory they seek is most likely...
Very
Most
rare to get, I
likely-
assume.
What?
That shall have to wait. In any case, I have a clear idea of what would suit them now. You've been a tremendous help.
Good
Are you
to
gonna make
hear.
us get the materials,
so I'm
though?
guessing the next step is we go looking for the materials.
Yeah, Lance, we have the same idea.
Haha, you guessed correctly.
Are you going to tell us what we need?
Yes, I'll need two things. One of them, far easier to come by. I'll start with that. One may find rose quartz growing on Corn
Ooh,
Island.
rose quartz is really
on the
pretty,
Arithia
though.
Sea.
Okay, I know where Corn Island is.
What I would need is a quartz crystal with a particularly high purity, known as red shore.
Is it gonna be super rare?
Corn Island. Got it. Let's go take a look.
In real life, it would take much longer to find these crystals. Climbed to the top of this very cliff. Okay, let's see just how pretty this rose quartz crystal is to be. Oh, and there's a burb.
The next leg of our journey will take us to the Orion tunnels.
Okay, I think I
Hold
remember
on.
where that is.
Don't tell me you're taking us down there to do actual mining for you.
I mean, where else are you gonna get gems, Lance?
Close, but no mica. It's not minerals you'll be mining this time, but monsters.
Monsters that hold minerals, so like the Alukas?
Huh? No, literally, right?
Deep in the Orion tunnels, there's said to exist a rare
Oh,
species
Rupples.
of Ruppel.
I can see that.
The unique mineral which takes root on its back, Argentium, will be our next target. Though I must confess, I have only ever set eyes on it but a single time.
Ah, you don't worry. We've come across him so many times.
How are you so sure that you'll be able to find it then?
Well, we had no trouble getting the first material. Let's stay optimistic.
Better hope our luck's not run out
We've
yet.
come across harder
Off
things
to the
than
mines
mining
with us
before.
then.
We'll be fine. Okay. Okay, here in the tunnels, it looks like we've come across our enemy.
Is that the Ruppel we wanted?
Quite remarkable, isn't it?
He's very interesting. He's a very different color than some of the other Ruppels we've seen, that's for sure. Okay. Ooh? I don't know if I have anyone equipped with Heal and Daze after I gave Mio Masha's party, so combos are a little weak, but that's fine. We're already like super over leveled anyways, as you can tell. It's not gonna be an issue having combos. Man, but I do miss combos. My favorite part of this game has always being able to land a combo in the combat. Combat in this game is super fun. I personally still think Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade X had a little more fun combat. In terms of just arts, I guess. Or
So glad we got the agency without too much fuss.
We were fortunate indeed. Well then, the city beckons.
actually, I think this game, the gameplay is fine. Like, the gameplay is fun. Probably better than Xenoblade 1, but I prefer the UX design of the art palette in Xenoblade 1 for sure. Okay, we're at the city camp again.
Once again, your incomparable efforts have paved the way forward. Thank you, my dears.
No problem. Now you better make something really nice.
Finally produce the accessory I have in my mind's eye.
Isn't this an excessive amount of time and effort for a couple of accessories?
That, good
Tie
sir,
on.
is the difference between the ready-made and the tailor-made. That, and it's my sales point. All right, you may have to give me a while.
No prob. Do what you must.
It is complete.
I have always found like the process of making like gems and jewels pretty interesting. It's like I mentioned before, geologist
Good work, Masha.
enthusiast here.
Okie doke. Time to deliver the goods to
Okie
those
doke.
two.
I say the same thing too, Uni.
Yes, just a moment.
God, imagine if they're gonna hate it. It's gonna be so sad. They don't seem very fickle, but hopefully not. Hopefully they like it.
I've given them a call and arranged for them to take delivery at the Founders Square.
I really hope they'll like them. They better. After all the trouble they put us through.
I mean, they did get rings commissioned, but didn't give any specific instructions, so they can't really be mad. They have no right to be mad.
Don't worry. They will be satisfied, I assure you, or my name is not Masha.
Oh my god, they're gonna hate it, aren't they? Ah! Alright.
So it's bracelets this time, huh?
That's correct. Rings, bracelets, and the like happen to be my forte.
God, I swear, if they hate it, that's gonna be their fault for not giving specific instructions of what they want.
Jake, Tessa. So sorry to have kept you waiting. These would be the items you requested. Do check if they're to your liking.
Oh, finally! Really kept us waiting, eh?
I know. I am buzzing.
The silver luster comes from an alloy of argentium. To my understanding, it is one of the strongest precious metals there is. Your unbreakable ties inspired the design at the heart of the bracelet, inlaid with a red gem of the highest purity. Those bracelets will not corrode or tarnish, and will preserve your bond for a great many years down the line.
Whoa. This'll do just grand. I couldn't have asked for something better. Kinda scary how perfect it is.
Amazing. We barely told you anything.
I really must confess, this is arguably one of my finest works to date. What better keepsake could there be to assuage the both of you alike?
Well, so you knew.
So you already know that much about us?
Hardly. It was quite simple. This was not the first time I've been enlisted for such a request. I'm not psychic.
Wait, what's this about? A keepsake?
You know what happens to us folk when we pop out clogs?
Yeah.
We're lost numbers fighting at the front. Our numbers could be up tomorrow. And nothing will be left of us. We'll just whoosh into light. It's crap. We're not having any of it. Our names will go up on some cenotaph, but all we'll be is just another statistic.
Yeah, So you see, we figured there had to be a better way for us to be remembered by. Something that'd last long into the future. Something that we'd be proud of, to keep us in good memory.
And that's where the keepsakes come in.
There is naught in this life more beautiful and precious than a happy, cherished memory. And yet, it is human nature that the more precious we perceive a thing, the more we fear it might be whisked away. Like these two here. They aren't the first city folk who wish to set their memories in stone. And certainly won't be the last. To leave something permanent, telling the world that they once lived. Their lives' history writ, and spirits enshrined. A love that cannot be seen, immortalized in physical form. Therein lies the quintessence of my work as lapidarist extraordinaire.
Now that there's the head of House Cassini. Gal's a cut above. We were right to stick by you. Thanks, Emil. You're a gem.
Trust us, we'll take extra good care of him. Until our final breath. No. For a long time yet.
If the both of you are satisfied, then I am too. Those bracelets, may they serve you well, and impart to you a future both bright and prosperous. All right, that about wraps up the order.
That was so cute. Yeah, I'm glad that they delved in a little bit to her character. She's not like your, I guess, stereotypical posh woman. She understands things like that too, which I'm glad for. I still do wish that these heroes can be a little more interactive in the overworld and side quests. But I mean, I guess, you know, it's DLC for a reason. But I wish they had their own separate set of side quests and not just their own Ascension, and then that's it. Because I would like to get to know Ino and Masha more and how they interact with other things in the world, if you know what I mean.
I'm truly grateful for all the support you've given me, you know. Rare is the job where one can feel such fulfillment.
Before we wrap up, I'd like to ask you something.
Ooh, you're gonna ask for something, Tyon?
Yes, I'm all
Nah,
ears,
probably
my
not.
dear.
Those two appeared to mention something quite significant back there.
Significant? Their memories?
Head of House Cassini.
Oh, I mean, I thought that was kind of obvious that she was the head of something. I kind of figured that.
My, oh my, oh my. It seems I've been found out, have I?
What is this House Cassini?
One of the city's 6 houses.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of like obvious. Oh, you know what? They didn't hear the conversation that she had with that guy in the artillery? Is that what they called it? When she was trying to get on the plane, and he was like, "Nope, sorry, can't let you through." And then he was mentioning some stuff that kind of implied that she was a head of a house.
If you're the head, then that makes you Monica's equal. You must be in quite the position of power.
Oh, hardly. I would never compare myself to the likes of Moni, dearest. I only succeeded the role as a formality when the former head unexpectedly made it known that they were going to step down.
And that doesn't interfere with your lapidarist extraordinaire business?
I would hope not. We all have time for at least one hobby, hopefully, right?
Doesn't seem very leaderly. What's everyone got to say about that?
I mean, I feel like the city continues to surprise me. Just when you think like people would be understanding towards each other in the situation of the world and the fact that they're like the only established proper society that exists in this universe, yet like they still have like, I guess, traditional society roles. Which is kind of weird. I thought their society would work a little bit different.
Free is the citizen who embraces their freedom.
Everyone here, like in the city, seems to want, yeah, like as she's saying, to stay free. So I would think people wouldn't say much about it.
We of House Cassini are free spirits, more so than the other houses. Such has been our code for generations. So long as one forges one's own path in life, unbound by societal principles, my house's role is to respect and support them in it.
You know, I'm gonna say this again. I still think Xenoblade X actually shows a prime example of how, despite their situation of humanity, now that I thought about what I said, society can still mess itself up. And Xenoblade X does a really good job of that I'm kind of like somewhat seeing here in 3. It's a little more severe in X, but it makes, now that I thought about what I said, I was like, oh yeah, it kind of makes sense.
So, you see, I serve the people of the city in my own way, as I personally see fit.
Wow, there really are all kinds in the city, huh?
Well now, that was a job well done. And thanks to the experience, I believe I have some new ideas.
Yeah, she's still able to bring some positive things to people despite being a head who has to focus on this whole battle stuff, which I like.
Use this sudden flash of inspiration to put our
I'm glad she has a passion. Most posh people do not have passions.
Share of the work, after all.
Thanks, Masha. We'll be counting on you.
And I shall expect nothing but the finest patronage.
Yay! You can now craft a wider range of accessories and craft accessories. Okay, I want to check that out. For the sake of keepsakes, with the party's help, Masha had no trouble crafting elegant keepsakes for Jake and Tessa and met their expectations, making another victory for the arts. The hero's class rank has increased to level 20. Rank cap for this class is now lifted. Class rank can now reach level 20. Cool. I do want to like look at that. I'm obviously like I've 100%ed the game at this point, so crafting isn't really gonna mean anything to me. But I just want to like look at it and see what exactly is new for the rest of you guys. Yeah, if I hadn't already 100% of this game a long time ago, I think the crafting would be super useful. But yeah, if you're still playing this game, I suggest you do the hero, this hero quest or Ascension as fast as possible. So what exactly is new here? I have like no egg matter because I have I haven't really done anything. Oh, I guess that just means more enhancements. Okay, but since I have no egg matter, I guess I can't really show anything. And do I really want to go get some? Probably not, because I don't know where they're found. Ah, they look so cute. Okay. I have one piece of information I got to discuss. Oh god, that scared me. We can go ahead and read that. The painting on display. This is from a long time ago. I actually didn't think we were gonna get more information on this.
Where should I start?
Is it true that people have been going mad for Stefan's painting? Yeah, you know, I was actually wondering about this. Back like months ago when I actually did the side quest for this painting, I think I mentioned, I was like, are you sure you want to sell this in the city where like everyone hates Mobius? And I'm surprised the person that we sold this painting to actually took it. Like, I was kind of surprised. I was like, okay. Yeah. Mobius in the city. That's kind of probably the worst place you could sell this, but okay. And, we're here to test my voice acting skills and see if I can get the voices back. I've heard that too. Apparently, the city set loved it. The city set love it? Wait, really? They like it? Seriously. Ridiculous. I can get behind Fiona's, but a Mobius's? K's? Like, if they were using it for target practice, sure, fine, whatever. Fill your boots. But this? Setting aside the fact that it depicts a Mobius, the city puts value in the work. They're calling it a masterpiece. Okay, well, at least they can see that. Yeah, so I guess the city, okay, as we just saw in Masha's quest, the city really appreciates art and whatnot. But, yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised they're not mad about it. I know the painting's not him, but it still has this, I don't know, a presence? It's uncanny. Indeed. When the real mastery of the art is deployed, even an uninitiated eye can tell. That must be why it's so highly praised. To put it another way, hate the Mobius, not the art. I don't think that's a saying, love. My goodness. Oh, you guys. Oh, they all look so cute. I'm gonna miss them so much. Well, Yeah,
Let's keep
that was
things
actually a
lighthearted.
pretty good side quest. We got a lot from Masha that I didn't expect. For her outlook on life and whatnot. Like, you look at her and you automatically think stereotype posh woman, stereotype posh woman, stereotype posh woman, which I am actually really glad that Xenoblade actually tends to bring those kind of stereotypes down. Not just with Masha. I feel like there was another character where they kind of took that away. I forget who. I can't. Wait, was it? How many heroes? Which hero did they break a stereotype with? Shoot. I think it was... I think it might have been Fiona? No. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. You know? Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. But yeah. Man. We're done for now again. That's all of Wave 3. Just the challenge battles. And then Masha, that's about it. Well, the only thing we have left to look forward to is Wave 4, which comes out... It was set to come out during December of 2023. Who knows if they'll release that much sooner? I forget. They showed it in the Direct when it was going to come out. But the thing is, I was actually watching the Direct while I was at work. And I kid you not. Usually when I'm at work, I'm left alone. No one bothers me. But for some reason, of course, the universe works this way. While I was watching the Direct and while Xenoblade was on the screen, my boss literally came up to me and was asking like 50 million things for me. And I was like, not right now, Xenoblade! And I actually kind of forgot to go back and watch it. So I don't know when they announced it. I'll look at it after I record this, so you don't have to tell me in the comments. It's fine. But yeah, I will see you guys when Wave 4 comes out, which, man, that's gonna feel even more like a nostalgia trip since that's so many more months from now. And it's gonna be a whole story and whatnot, and I'm actually really excited for it because I don't know, just the lore of Xenoblade is like so mysterious, and it's typically, at least to me personally, Xenoblade storylines, at least same thing with the first and second game, I feel like I didn't completely understand the lore the first time playing. But then after like the second or third playthrough, then it kind of makes sense. Xenoblade 3, I feel like I understood the lore. Like mostly the first time. I think there was some stuff about like console N and M that I kind of was a bit confused about. But then I understood it later. But yeah. Just what we're gonna get from Wave 4, I'm so excited. And then that's gonna be it. And we don't even know what to expect from Xenoblade after that. Because even the director himself, he's like, well, this is the end of the Zanza storyline. What they do plan to continue Xenoblade for sure because it's so popular, but like, what are they gonna do now? Like a whole new story? You know, I'm hoping they continue with Xenoblade X, but that's me coping. I really hope they put some love back into Xenoblade X, but yeah, well, I've rambled on enough. This was great. I'm glad we got to revisit this game for a little bit. Tyon just walked up to me and is now staring me straight in the eye. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to come back, and I'm sure those of you who found me through my Xenoblade playthrough are glad that I was able to do this again, and I hope you stick around for my other playthroughs while we wait for Wave 4. So until then, I will see you guys. Goodbye!